In Friday's business report, U.S. stocks opened higher and institutional investment makes headlines in Africa. With more details on the markets, Africa 54 business correspondent Jill Malandrino reports from NASDAQ in New York City.
Good afternoon, I'm Jill Malandrino. Markets opened up sharply higher in the U.S. for the third trading day out of four, where we're seeing trending action to the upside. Today's session will be important since it's the last trading day of the quarter. And this is what's known as window dressing, meaning funds buy the top performing equities and sell the worst performing in an effort to improve the appearance of the fund's performance. Looking ahead to next week, traders in the U.S. will have the key employment report on Friday in focus. Looking to what made news on the continent this week, economic growth in sub-Saharan Africa is likely to slip to 1.6% this year, its lowest level in 2 decades. This is due to the continuing woes of the largest economies in South Africa and Nigeria. This is according to the World Bank. That said, let's look at some news that will start to drive future growth. First, we go to Nigeria, where the areas of investment and economic diversification are the main themes. The African Development Bank is going to lend $4.1 billion to Nigeria in various areas over the next 2 years to develop the power and agricultural sectors in Nigeria, aiding a move away from the country's reliance on oil revenue. ADB's portfolio in Nigeria will eventually increase to a total of $10 billion by 2019. It was also reported that India, Nigeria's largest trading partner, will invest another $5 billion in the areas of health, education, agriculture, technology, and trade. Leaders from both countries met this week at the State House. Trade between Uganda and Kenya is projected to increase as the construction of a new and shorter route from Mbale to Lawaka border post in eastern Uganda kicks off. And finally, return to the automotive industry. This is interesting. We haven't spoken about the automotive industry that much. With little growth in mature markets like the U.S. and Europe, automakers are looking to tap into emerging African markets, and there's plenty of competition on the continent for where they might invest, like Kenya and Ethiopia. Of course, the overriding theme with institutional investment is infrastructure and power supply improvement, and the automotive industry will only add incentive to building that out. From the NASDAQ market site in New York, I'm Jill Malandrino for Africa 54.